Good afternoon and welcome to the Canadian Urethane Foam Contractors Association tutorial for the use of our online daily worksheet reporting feature. We have been working on this for a couple of years now to fine-tune the functionality, and the goal of course is to provide an aid to our members that will both improve the quality of the data collection but streamline the use of a paperless environment so that you are complying with the required S705.2 reporting features in a real-time environment. This worksheet is a web form. It's not an app, so it can be reached and filled out on any mobile device or any PC. It's very flexible, and we always look to make this as broadly accessible as possible. So I'm going to click over here to our member section, which will take you to the multiple hot links taking you to the same space, which is our login sheet. So as you see here, it is required that everyone have a unique login ID. And it is set up so that it will identify who the person is the minute they've logged in, whether or not you're an installer or a back office person working for a contractor. This individual is set up as both a contractor and installer, which many of our members are. So we'll just go ahead and log in here. And you'll see here you're immediately taken to the daily work record recording screen. The first step we need to do, of course, is to manage trucks. And the reason we do this is if for our larger members and even for our single users, by creating a truck profile, that information will actually continue to populate the form automatically. So every time you log in and you are on a specific truck, you will not have to keep filling in your equipment details. So we're going to create a truck profile here, truck number 1. We have a gray coproportioner, and as you can see, we've built in drop-down menu features so you can pick your machine. So let's just call it an H25 reactor. If you have a specific tip size you use, you would report this here now. I'll just say it's an O2 chamber. We have 250 feet of hose. We're going to put in a default for our machine temperature, and for now we'll just set our machine temperature at 105, and we'll set our hose temperature at 105, and we'll set our pressures. This can all be updated at any point in time. You can also override on each individual daily worksheet any changes that may be made from this default. This just simply creates a default truck profile, and you can update it seasonally as you change from winter to summer. Okay, so now we're going to go back. Now that we have a truck, this individual is going to go back to submit a new work record. You'll notice this window that just popped up, Know Your Location. We encourage you to say yes, because what this website does is it uses geolocation code from your mobile device to tap into our National Weather Bureau and fill in all of your environmental data in real time. So here, I had already set my profile up that I worked for Acme Spray Foam in Mississauga, and my CUFCA number is listed. And this, of course, is a fictitious company. I'm the foam installer, and there is my number. I did not have an apprentice on this job. I select my truck number, which is 1, and I will fill in my customer information. If I have a work order number, I would reference that work order now. Let's just say 02. If you have a project name, new house, build, put in your street address, project description, and basement. So this follows, of course, the same template as our paper form, which is, of course, the mandatory requirement for S705.2. So we will tick all of our fields that it's new construction, that we have ventilated 0.3 air changes per hour, which we have. Our spray area is isolated. If you have a building permit, you can put that permit number in here. If not, it'll just say not posted. We then get down to our material selection information. And here we have built predetermined profiles of materials. And you can choose what material it is by name, and we've automatically linked in the CCMC number and what the material is, medium density spray polyurethane foam. Here, you will just put the expiry on both the A and B sides, and you can use the calendar feature to pick your dates, or you can simply put it in numerically. So we're just going to pick some numbers for now and fill these in. You would obviously make sure that you've done your homework and pick these off of the drum labels that will be on the material. In terms of the quantity of material used, at the end of the daily worksheet, you can leave this form open, of course, on your mobile device while you continue to work. You would simply record what your stroke count was. And let's just say this particular job was 675 strokes. And you'll notice down below, it automatically has filled in what the kilos were in the pounds equivalent. So the smart form has the built-in back office tables that correlate the specific gravity of the material based on the selection up here. So we know exactly what the stroke conversion is to pounds and kilos based on the material selection and also the equipment, because as you see down here, we've already chosen through our truck profile that we have a Graco reactor H25 with 200 feet of hose, and that information carries forward, so you don't have to fill that in again. In terms of lot numbers, you would put your serial numbers or lot numbers here for your material. We're just going to put in a couple of plug numbers here as a representative. Again, as you see down here, because we had chosen to use our geolocation on our device, it has already pre-filled in and given us a date and timestamp, the ambient temperature, relative humidity, and wind speed. The only information required from your testing will be what is the substrate temperature, which you will take a reading using your handheld temperature gauge. We're just going to put in a number right now, 23 degrees. In terms of your substrate conditions, you again have a drop-down list of what material you're spraying on. If you don't see the material, you would put other, and then you can type in some further information. But for this presentation, we'll simply choose plywood. Again, is preparation required? And we'll say no. Structurally sound? Yes. Free of grease and oil? Yes. We have a large box here for you to put any comments you like pertaining to the job, anything that should be noted. You can make your notations here. When we get down to the test results, we simply are looking for two bits of information, and that is the mass and the volume. If we take the mass from our foam sample that we've taken off the wall, I'm just going to put a number in here. You'll see a couple of things. We put in the mass in grams, we put in the displaced water volume in milliliters, and the system again will automatically calculate your density in both kilos and in pounds. So you can see how simple that is. As you know, you make a change to your mass or your volume, your density calculation will certainly adjust accordingly. It'll also tell you whether or not your site density result was equal to or greater than the manufacturer's minimum required density. And again, that required density is linked right from the CCMC report of the specific material. So that will vary for manufacturer to manufacturer. It tells us, yes, we did exceed or meet the density, and we simply then record our adhesion cohesion test. Did it pass or fail? And we'll say we've passed. How many passes? If it's over 2 inches, we're going to say 2. Required thickness, let's just say that the job required 3.5 inches, and our actual thickness, we were 3.75. And the visual inspection, we will record whether it was a pass-fail. Primers and coatings, whether or not they were required or not. Again, primer required, we're going to say no because it was going to be drywalled. Exterior coating, no. Interior thermal barrier, not required. And then down here, we can say to be drywalled by other. That's it. We are now down to the end of our form. Again, there's a date stamp, and there's a little box here to say, I verify that the above information is submitted correctly. And then we hit the submit button. And we get here that our submission was successful. And we can either click here to submit another work record, or we can download the document as a PDF, or we can send this document. If we choose the send feature, and we are improving functionality in the near future to include other documents, if we choose this feature, as you can see, we have a document distribution. And not only can we forward that daily work record, but we can include a copy of the installer's photo ID and a job site label. And all we have to do is add in our distribution list by email. So if you have a homeowner or an architect or a building official that require these documents, you can simply put them in your distribution here, add in your own email account here, and hit send. And then you will be able to provide all of those documents in PDF format from our online server. Of course, CUFCA won't bother getting the documents, but we'll have the database for retrieval of anything. And there you have it. If we go back to the system, we will do a quick lookup. And there's our daily worksheet. Again, this can be forwarded to your clients as you see fit if you wish to manage your own distribution. And then we log out. So that's all there is for this feature at this point, and we will have a separate email sent out regarding the back office file storage system for retrieval. Thank you very much. Have a great day.